Hello, this is John Locke for Lockdown Design, and today I want to talk for just a few minutes about staying the course on SEO and why it's so important. Most of the blue-collar and industrial businesses that I run into, they're very busy in the day-to-day of either taking care of sales, doing customer support, doing order fulfillment, being on the road, and doing business development. One thing that gets neglected in the day-to-day is keeping up with SEO. And what I mean by that is, for a lot of you, 5 years ago, your site probably ranked very high. Maybe you did just enough SEO to where you were ranking, but you just get caught up in doing the day-to-day of doing work. And then those days turn into weeks, and they turn into months, and then eventually it turns into years, and you haven't really paid attention to your website or any of your online marketing efforts. And what's happened over time is your competitors have put a lot of time and effort into making their sites more robust, making them mobile friendly, building content on their site, and doing all different forms of marketing, not just face-to-face marketing at trade shows or at the local chamber of commerce. As time went on, your site started to slip in the rankings, like just a little bit and a little bit, and pretty soon it's not ranking number one anymore, and you're wondering like why. You know, I used to rank number one like 7 years ago. Here's a few things to really think about. The websites and the brands that are going to win, they have some characteristics in common. They're always publishing new content to their site that's useful to their customers. They're always thinking of ways to improve their site and make their website better. Their sites are mobile friendly and they load fast. And if you don't have those things in place, I wouldn't expect to rank going forward. And the reason being, Google wants to send good results to their customers. They want people to keep using their search engine and relying on it. And to do that, they're going to want to serve up the best results. The sites that are thin on content, they're not mobile friendly, they're not linked to by a lot of other sites, and they look like perhaps you built it yourself, no offense. Those sites are really not going to rank over time. They're not the best results. Google would rather rank something that is mobile friendly, because face it, everybody in the world has a phone. They're going to want to send searchers to a site that looks good, loads fast, and most important, has a ton of information for their customers. So here's something to think about. If you've seen your site slip in the rankings over the last few years, have you really done everything that you could possibly do to improve it, or did you stop making effort toward it a few years ago? Publishing content on a regular basis is something that every website should do. Find things that are important to your customers and just put it out there. Let them know you're still alive. Look like a brand and you'll get treated like a brand. And I want to give some examples of this. Here's a few sites that have a ton of content, and that's part of why they rank. You look at a site like Xometry. They're basically like a huge manufacturer, but they've got a ton of pages on their site with all sorts of information. Google is going to rank them high not only because they're linked to a ton, and not only does their site look really great and it loads fast, but most importantly, it has a ton of information. Here's another example. When you talk air filtration, look at something like the Donaldson site, and not only have they been around for a long time, they've got a lot of information on their site. They've got hundreds, if not thousands of pages on their site. They're linked to everywhere. Their site looks great. It looks like a big brand. It acts like a big brand. The site's mobile friendly. It looks great. It doesn't look small. It looks like it's a big brand. And even on the lower end of the market, you look at something like Harbor Freight, and though I'm not a fan of their website, I think their website is not really that mobile friendly and it's not really that great looking. It is linked to a lot. And they have a blog that they post on their blog every single day of the year without fail, and they link to one of their products from their blog every single day. Now there's a lesson there. Like it or not, your customers need information. If you're not publishing on your site, if your site's not mobile friendly, if your site doesn't look that great, you're going to get passed up. It's really that simple. So if your SEO has fallen off in the last few years, I would say stay the course on SEO. If you end up hiring someone like me or someone else to help you out, once you get going, don't fall off again. Take the ball, run with it, keep going, keep thinking of ways to improve your site. Keep publishing content, keep building out links in other places, keep doing outside marketing, and just don't give up. Stay the course. Dedicate some time each week to making your site better, even if it's just a few hours. Be sure to put it in your schedule, because marketing is a very, very important thing to do. You want your phone to ring. You don't want your competitor's phone to ring. You don't want them getting all the requests for quotes. You want to get those, and to do that, you have to rank in Google and Bing. My name's John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design. We help manufacturers and industrial firms with SEO. If you have any follow-up questions, you can definitely head to my site, which is lockdowndesign.com.